Alright, hello everybody. Before you go, I know this probably isn't the video that you were thinking of, but please stick around. Please support my channel. Please push my videos out there so that I can finally move out of my parents' house and finally get the job that I really want to get, which is working with the stars. But anyway, like I said, this probably isn't the video that you were expecting, but like I said, please stick around. Please watch it till the end. Please tell me what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like. I would really like for this kind of stuff to take off. So, before we begin, let me just introduce myself. My name is Vivian, and on my channel, I'm currently doing a variety of things, but my main thing is just showing all these kinds of creative direction videos for songs, music artists, and potential music videos. So this is the one for FLO's upcoming single Leak It, which should be released literally at the time that I release this. So this is hopefully going to be a short video so I don't waste y'all's time. But start with the general story. So the way I try to do these videos is I try to first kind of paint a vague picture of like the story and then kind of do scene by scene or even just give like the overall aptitude of what the video is going to be. So based off of the previews from this song, obviously it kind of gives the idea that like, oh, they're leaking scandalous photos or leaking, inappropriate photos. So that really made me think about the era of celebrity nude leaks. If you are the same age as me, I'm not like super old or anything. not, that, not that that shit fucking matters, but anyway, if you're the same age as me, Gen Z ish or like millennial adjacent, then you remember the 2010s, especially of all of those celebrity nude leaks. I'm sure it's been happening before and it's probably happening in the 2000s. But when I was growing up, let me tell you, celebrities were getting exposed left and right. It was crazy. But anyway, so yeah, that era of like celebrity nude leaks. And if you know this one particular story of Sia exposing herself, basically, Sia, who's also a singer, she's also a songwriter, she basically exposed how somebody was trying to blackmail her and said that they were going to expose nude photos of her if they didn't give them money. And she basically was like, well, bitch, plot twist, I'm going to expose myself. And she posted her own nudes publicly. Obviously, not going to show those. Well, yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking for this story is like invoking this era of like the celebrity nude leaks, but also celebrities who literally were not here for that shit and they were just gonna expose themselves because at the end of the day, literally nobody cared after like 48 hours. So that's kind of like the story, that's kind of the background story of this. So the next thing that I was thinking was also invoking the idea of like Mariah Carey's Obsessed. So I was thinking about how in Mariah Carey's song, in the music video specifically, how she plays herself as like the obsessive stalker, obviously shade to Eminem, if you know, you know. But I was thinking that that's also something that could be incorporated into this music video is maybe, especially how the girls they talk about like, oh, this is going to get my boyfriend's attention. This is going to make my ex jealous. I was thinking that maybe that could be something like an alternative storyline or idea that's included in the music video and kind of like an homage to Mariah Carey if the girls are playing their own obsessive stalker or like obsessive ex. But again, that's just one general idea. So a specific scene that again when I really have like a very specific concentrated idea, I try to include that in these music video videos. So one specific scene that I was thinking of was the girls are probably like walking down the street and people's phones are pinging, and then as they look at their phones they look up and they see the girls and they're kind of like shocked and whispering to themselves. But that's just like one scene of many. Another scene that I was thinking of was potentially this is really something that I always thought was so funny in music videos was whenever they would like pause the song or interrupt the song to show like a little enactment of something or like a little acting moment of something. And I was thinking that if this video were to have one, it could be one where it's like a news broadcast. You know that sound? Oh my gosh, I should have included it here. You know that sound? It's kind of like a like dun dun. It's like dun dun. It's like breaking news. Oh my god, that would be so funny. They should have like something like that where the music cuts and then it's like that sound and it's like the breaking news and it's a news broadcaster talking about how, oh, there's been scandalous photos of the girl group FLO that have been released online or released to the public. And then it could be even more, like cheeky, quote unquote, if the, what do they call it? The, oh shit. Yo, I'm sorry I'm laughing so much. Nothing is funny. But the broadcast thing, oh, I can't remember what it's called. It actually has a specific name if you didn't know. Maybe I'll include it here, maybe not. But like the broadcast panel where it shows the scrolling words, or if it says something like, oh, maybe this is a publicity stunt, trying to draw attention to their new single, League It. So I think that would be like something really interesting and really cool to put in the music video. So the overall concept again is that these girls would essentially have these like almost risque photos of themselves, and as you hear in the song, the whole like, oh, leak it. I was again trying to center this entire music video concept around the idea that as someone is threatening to leak their own photos, the quote unquote mainstream power move is to just leak those photos of yourself, because once you like almost like break your own story, nobody really cares. Like the impact is kind of softened, so it's like nobody really cares after the fact. But that's just like the basic concept, and I usually try to do a bigger mood board of this, but because the full song has not been released and because I'm kind of just going with a vague concept, I just have these 3 photos here. Again, you could see these like risque photos, something maybe even like this, kind of like alluding to a more, like sensual idea. And then obviously the whole thing about how like, oh, this would be like hot gossip, hot topic, that kind of thing. So I was even thinking, kind of just to like end off here, that again, going back to like the Mariah Carey obsessed idea, it would also be interesting if they were like to go with that storyline, if they maybe even had like a montage of someone or of like the obsessive ex who was, almost like sitting behind a computer, like some creepy stalker, like threatening to like leak their shit. So that would be something to include if you were going to go with like the obsessive route. And if you stayed towards the end to watch this video, I truly highly appreciate that, because like I said, this is something that I really am passionate about. I like doing. I hope to deliver, more creative and better presentations in the future. Hopefully I actually get picked up by someone who hopes to let me take the lead on their creative direction, because I really, again, like I said, do enjoy doing these kinds of things. I really, 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 really hope that this takes off. So if you would like to watch my other videos, I've done more videos on FLO. I've done other artists. Like I said, trying to move out of my parents' house, trying to live my life, get out of here. So I really appreciate if you support this video any way you can.